Hey, hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Now, how's everybody doing? And hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today. Make sure that before we start the show, click like and subscribe to the show. If you're not
Right.
subscribed already, please. It is wonderful if you do so, and it helps us
Starting
get
until everybody watching clicks like and subscribe. So
there.
wait,
Yeah.
we're waiting on you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Do it.
There you go. Right? That's so true. So true. Click like, click subscribe. There we go. All right. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, it's a good week. So uh got we're getting some plans together with Western Idaho Paranormal. We got Oregon Ghost Conference coming up. Just the end of this, let's see, end of next month. I think that's our next big event. So we're going to be out there in Seaside, Oregon, doing hanging out with Rocky and the Oregon Ghost Conference gang. Had a good reveal with a client yesterday. We did it was a private residence that we've been helping a family out with, and was really happy to find out that we got the activity to cease. Everybody is very, very happy and healthy in the home now, and so yeah, it's been a good week for that.
That's
So
good. That's a good start, hey? Especially the healthy and happy. We all
yes,
need that.
yeah,
How
yeah,
about you,
very,
Lynda?
very, very good. So
That's awesome. Good for you. I love when I hear that. Yeah, things are okay with me. Um, I reviewed a lot of audio today from a case that we worked on a couple of weeks ago and listened to a lot of SB7 and SB11 today. So in the back of my brain, all I'm hearing today is the right? But I'm good. I'm
oh
good.
my
And
gosh,
this
I hate
week,
those things.
oh my God, right? So this week was actually a great week because my husband can now see because he had his eye surgery. So we're good to go. So now he can drive me places, which is good.
Good.
He can be the designated driver now. I
You
like
get,
that.
but he hasn't been driving you crazy this whole time.
Well, yeah, but you don't need eyes for that, right?
I know that's what I'm saying. Is now you can drive you places. He's just been driving you crazy
Well,
since
that
then.
is true, Trevor. You
Never
have a
mind.
point. You
Never
have a
mind.
point. No, you do. You have a point. After 40 years of marriage this year, it's, yeah, kind of crazy.
Mhm.
How about you, Kathy?
Good. My baby turns 21 on Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I know. It's crazy. He'll now be legal all over the world. But more so than that, it's I'm actually very proud of him. He's not. I think it actually took him until he was about 20 before he actually had a drink. Like,
Wow.
and we just went to a hockey game, and the funny thing is that so I think people have seen pictures of him. I've posted them or whatever, but he's got a beard, a beard. Like, we're talking a beard, like not many men can grow a beard like his beard. Especially at his age, and he started growing it so young, right? And so it was so funny because the first time, that I mean, I'm sure he's had sips or whatever, but you know what I mean? He doesn't really hang out with his friends, and all of his friends are from a religion that don't drink.
Right.
So that's quite important. You know what I mean? So that's never been a thing. And so it's not like he's going to his friend's house drinking because they all live with their parents and none of them are allowed to drink. That's
So,
basically how it is. But anyway, well, because there's always going to be that one person that's like, yeah, right. And that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just clarifying. But anyway, enough of that. So it was funny because I think he had just turned, it was just after he had turned 18 was one of the things. We had gone to one of the hockey games, and he walked up to the vendor, and was asked for a drink or whatever. And the guy just handed him a beer. And he was like, aren't you going to ID me? Like he was waiting for the ID, like just like, and the guy's like, no, like, like, are you crazy? No, like, why would I do that? And so he was kind of like, oh, okay. But I mean, they are very strict on IDing people here. So, you know that he looks a lot older than he actually is. So, it's actually was kind of funny. Now, we would probably feed him some alcohol when we take him out for dinner on Wednesday, except for the fact that he's got to get up at like 7:00 the next morning and have a test. So that won't be happening.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is a good opportunity to teach responsible drinking, right? So yeah, if you let him have some fun, and then if he gets super sloshed and he's got super hangover tomorrow, he'll know for the rest of his life not to do that again.
Except that it's university and it's math. So we're gonna go with not maybe this time because classes cost a lot of freaking money.
Right.
If it was high school, go right ahead. But yeah. So anyway, things are good. It is the year of the fire horse. We just had lunar Chinese, Lunar New Year. So happy New Year to everybody and happy New Year, especially to all those fire horses that are out there. Yeah. And we're dealing with apparently Mexico is blowing up right now, so that's fun. Puerto I can't say that. How do I have a hell of a time pronouncing stuff. So Puerto
Vallarta. You're welcome.
Is exploding right now and bombing and the cartels and all kinds of fun stuff there. So
yeah, that's scary. That's really
for everybody, and hopefully everybody stays safe and
I know. My cousins are there actually right now. They just arrived yesterday.
Oh my God.
Look of a place to pick, right? But they are there and they have messaged everyone to say that the hotel is in lockdown and they are safe. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's just so not good,
No.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, hopefully everybody, stays safe and can get home good, and hopefully it's going to be safe for people to travel, getting home, because I know that I guess they locked down the airports and everything already. So, and I did see a plane on fire, so that's a little concerning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was in it. I don't know. They didn't say anything, but it was just the plane that I saw on fire. So
yeah,
who knows? But this is why people come to our show, because we're all about the fun and and interesting things to take your mind off of the world's crap. So welcome. And thank you for letting us entertain you today. So we
the
are going to be
show will be later on.
What's that? We're going to give you a 5-star review, Trevor.
Oh my God.
You will.
I know I will. Yeah.
I'm scared now.
So we're going to be looking at videos, and is it real or fake? What are they? Are they real? Are they fake? What's happening? That you guys get to decide with us. So those of you that are watching, do not be scared to post in the comments, because we want to hear your feedback. Okay. So make sure you comment. As we're looking at these videos, we want to hear your thoughts on them too. It's not just about us and our thoughts.
This is an open discussion. So
it is an open discussion.
Yes. Yep.
Be kind. Well, just be kind to me.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay. Let's begin. Actually, I want to start with Trevor's. So Trevor, you sent us a picture, and do you have a background on this? Like, do you
So
have?
this was a picture that was shared with us from a young lady that we met while we were in Montana. She was on both of our. She came with our team on both the public investigations that we did. Very very sweet gal, and she is through and through. She's got a she must have been born with a camera in her hand. I'm guessing because the time that I saw her, both times, the camera never left her hand. It might have just been part of it. I'm not sure. But she just took photos all the time. When we were in the vendors hall sitting at our table, she was just sitting around just clicking photos of us and everybody, and that's just what she does. She goes around, she just takes photos. In her words, I think she said something. She just kind of sees the beauty in everything and photographs everything. Uh, she told us that she was at a hotel in New York City, and was doing that, taking those photos around Christmas time. And she had shared these photos with some of her friends. And this one photo came back from a couple of her friends saying, "So what's the deal with this one?" And she
Okay,
had
so
no idea what they were talking about.
let's pull that one up first. Hang on a second.
Yeah, go ahead and bring up the photo.
Get into.
Look at
There we
this
go.
photograph.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
this
there's
is a
the
photo.
photo.
Okay. And when I first saw this photo, I was kind of like, okay, I don't see what's so great. I mean, it's a nice photo. There's lots of people having a good time. They're around the Christmas tree. It's a beautiful looking hotel. And then they were like, no, you kind of need to zoom in a little on a certain spot. And then something starts to come into view.
So you can
And
kind of see it here on
so
the
what we're
circle. I think you guys
now we're
can you see my mouse at all or
I
no?
don't see your mouse. Everybody should be what we're looking for is so you can see the first Christmas tree where everybody's sitting around, and then behind the balding gentleman there in the background, there's another tree, and kind of halfway up the tree and just to the right of it, you can start to make out another person standing up there, right
There he
there.
is. Wow.
It's creepy.
And this person
Is
looks
headless.
like he's kind of out of place. There's no head. I think the coloring looks a little odd. Um, yeah. And so they were wondering about this headless suit that was standing in the background.
So it was
So,
this girl that took the photo. Is that correct? Right?
what's
That
that?
it was the girl that took the photo, like the girl that was
Yes.
on the trip with you, right? Like it
Yes.
wasn't like something from where she found it or anything like that.
Nope. This is a photo that she took. And I
Wow.
believe she took this photo with her iPhone.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So, yeah. So, we know we get and I'm sure most paranormal teams out there that have any type of social media, um, we get photos sent to us a lot. People saying, "Hey, check this photo out. What do you think? What do you think of my ghost?" Usually, it's they're trying to pass off dust as ghosts and orbs and junk like that. We see other things with shadows and whatnot that and we get a lot of photos that are obviously doctored. And I have a team member that is able to dive into the codex of the photos, because when you
Right.
take a digital photo, it there's a codex that goes along with that photo. It's basically the photo's ID, and it tells you where you took, how, or what camera was used, what program took the photo. It tells you the times that it was taken, and anything that was done to that photo is
All the
logged
metadata,
in the
basically,
codex.
right?
Yeah, so basically it's the photo's DNA.
Yes.
Question: was it moving? I don't know. She didn't. She never saw it. She didn't even know. She didn't notice it at all. She was focused on taking the picture of that main room. And it was her friends that discovered the photo. The person in the background later on, after she'd shared the photos, they were looking around on it, and somebody noticed that figure standing in the background. So
It's
Has some
creepy.
irregularities you expect. When I first saw this photo, I was instantly extremely skeptical, because I mean it looks at first glance out of place. The coloring isn't right. It almost looks like a black and white figure in a room of color, to me, and
Yeah.
maybe because of the shading. But the thing that threw me off, there were two things that very much threw me off, is first of all, it wasn't like somebody, I thought maybe somebody just photoshopped a guy standing on the balcony up there. Well, the thing is that the tree in the background is actually covering part of his leg.
Hmm.
So if they were able to Photoshop this in, somehow they were able to get the tree in front of him still. But not only that, the railing of the stairs back there, he's also standing behind the railing. And so the railing actually goes across the front of his body. So I was kind of like, well, wait a minute, that's pretty interesting. Um, so my tech Pete, he dove into this pretty hard, and it is in fact legitimate.
Wow.
This photo has not been doctored in any way. So that not in any way that we can find anyway. So, and he
Yeah.
used all the tools that he has, and he's pretty good at this stuff. So that is a legit, as far as we know, can tell that is a legitimate apparition in a photo.
That is amazing. Like,
Very
wow.
cool. It's creepy. It's
Yeah.
creepy.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Especially
just
the
crazy.
headless
No
part.
head. Yeah, the headless part is just super weird.
It's bizarre.
I always wonder if like if it hadn't finished manifesting, or if it was just kind of starting to disappear, or
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I
Yeah.
wonder, if she gives you the name of the hotel or whatever. I wonder if it's
I
possible
want
to
to
dig into
say
the
I
history.
want to say it was the Intercontinental.
Okay.
In what
So
city? Do you know?
New York City.
New York. Okay. It'd be interesting to see what kind of, if there's any sort of background on that, anybody,
Hmm.
any sort of history on it. But that's legit amazing. Like,
Yeah, it's a cool photo. So and I really appreciate that she shared that with us. So
oh, absolutely. I think it's good to see that. Um, because the thing is that as we move forward with some of these videos, you'll see the difference
Yeah.
between maybe things that aren't 100% legit and things that are pictures like this, where you can actually prove, like you said, with the metadata, all of this stuff. Like that's amazing.
that's what
Absolutely.
it takes anymore. I mean, we don't take anything at face value. I mean,
No.
and when we tell people when they take photos, like we even told this young lady, when she was taking photos during the investigation, to take them in bursts of three. So that you were getting so if you did catch something, you hopefully would catch something, not, what was there before, when it was there, what was there after, so it's not just one frame, in time,
Yeah.
that we're getting several photos that we can compare them to see what's actually going on. And that's what we encourage people to do. If you're going to take those type of pictures, during investigations, take them in bursts so you get several photos. So
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the rule. It's a good rule. It's a good rule.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get into some of the other ones that we found. Just trying to think where to start.
Where to start? And don't take everything at face value, right?
Well, I do find this one kind of interesting. I will say that this is an interesting one. So I think I'm gonna play this one first.
Okay.
I just have to. Okay, so this is a little bit longer. So not long. It's not long, like minutes or anything. It might be a couple of minutes, but it's not long. But okay, so basically the premise of this is that it is this elderly lady's birthday party, and something shows up. So hang on a second. I'm trying to figure out how to make it bigger, but whatever.
It's okay.
Hopefully you guys can see
while
it.
being surrounded by friends and family, all of whom are singing happy birthday to her. As the video plays out, it seems that this footage is nothing more than just a normal video of someone recording their grandma, or at least it seems like that. Because as you continue to watch, something happens that makes this video the stuff of nightmares. This
So I'm already shaking in my boots.
Me too.
as everyone collectively sings, a shadow-like figure bolts behind the grandma. In a swift motion, the figure is gone. It rushes over at full speed, but not so fast that we can't discern what this was. As viewers have noted, it kinda looks like a child, or a girl to be exact, who's running at an inhuman speed. Perhaps it was running so fast that no one had noticed it except the camera. Now this video becomes a whole lot creepier when reading the description it came with. As it states, the grandmother in this footage had a daughter who unfortunately passed away many years ago. When she was alive, she would often run around the house while playing with her older sibling. It's for this reason that she believes that this was her spirit. But as always, you be the judge on what was captured. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been caught?
Okay, so hang on a second, I gotta get rid of this. All right, so thoughts. Yeah.
It is creepy. I mean, that was a really quick, ghost. If it was a ghost, that was really quick. What did you think, Trevor? I mean, quick, and like you could make out the discernible almost features, like you saw that had dark hair, definitely looked like a child. Yeah, that was a strange one. What do you think?
That one is one that I'd like to analyze a little closer. It looked like, I was trying to, that's one that I would take and try to slow down so we get like frame by frame of what's happening there. I was trying to watch if it actually kind of comes from behind the tree that was there and whatnot, but it looked like it just kind of like it wasn't there and all of a sudden it was there right next to the tree and then moved. And that's just kind of the hard part. The movement, I don't think I think is relatively convincing because a lot of the shadows that I have seen move crazy fast.
Yeah.
It's just again, it's one of those. But even if this was like my own video that I'd caught and I knew that I hadn't done anything, that is still something I would be slowing down frame by frame, trying to figure out what is going on. So I'm not 100% convinced, but I think it's plausible.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did notice is it did look like it actually ran behind the chair, as opposed to like it actually looked as though it did go behind.
Correct.
The grandmother and the chair itself.
Yeah, and it looked like it kind of like like it almost ran diagonally away from the camera and kind of disappeared like underneath the door. It was very interesting. So
yeah, it looked plausible for sure. Oh yeah, and true, Michael, you're right, because the speed, I myself have seen things at that speed in my peripheral, and so makes sense.
And definitely that would be something that you would want to look at frame by frame. I think it's interesting. I definitely feel like it's an interesting video. I found it and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ones. I like this.
Yeah, that one's a good one because there's a lot on that channel that we've seen that I was like, yeah, no, clearly fake. This one is more of like, maybe.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah, I just like I said, as I was watching it, and it seemed to go behind the chair, behind the grandmother. I was like, that would have been a little bit harder, with because you guys know that I do some video editing and stuff like that, right? And that would have
Mhm.
been a really hard video to recreate without having some talent behind you. It's not saying it can't be recreated for sure,
Yeah.
but you would need to have a little bit of talent behind you in order to create it, because it actually meshed with the actual house, like the structure of the house. It wasn't just like coming out of a wall randomly or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, okay, so
Good one.
yeah. Yeah, it was a fairly decent one. Let's see what we got here. So this one here, Lynda, I think this is one of yours. I like this. This one was funny. We got the Jesus Church Ghost video.
Oh, that was great. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so
This is good. This is
all right, here we are. Again, I want to see if I wish I knew how to enlarge it, but I can't figure that
That's
out.
okay.
Yeah, so we'll just figure this out anyway. Here we go. Again.
Yeah. Super
Okay,
entertaining.
well, I'm
I
gonna
go
go.
to that church.
Hang on. I'm gonna go with AI on this one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's 100% fake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It teaches you
Especially,
something,
you know,
right? It
well,
teaches
I
you
mean,
something.
besides a lot of the things that were, but at that one point, he he was like holding his hands up to the ceiling, and she was still on the floor. So I mean, I don't know what he was praying to on the wall, but it or summoning or whatever the hell he was doing. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I was like, that might be a little suspicious.
Just for fun. But
Well, wasn't it last week I showed you those AI videos that I made? Like
yes.
it took me
Yeah.
like 10 seconds to make, and they look like real people. I mean, it's crazy how good it's gotten, and you can easily create. I bet you I could go onto that program and create something extremely similar
You
before
could.
this
Oh yeah.
show's over.
You
So
could. But just remember, I mean, there are people out there that believe everything they see. So there are people out there, I'm sure, that have seen that and thought, oh my God, I can't
Oh, there
believe
was
that.
people in the comment section that
Yeah.
were. I was reading they were like praying.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
well, and I like what Mario says right here. The people would have recorded it. I think they would have. I think people would have been sprinting out of that building as fast as they could. There's no way
No.
that they'd just be, oh, yeah, oh, no, not a chance. I think even the pastor probably would have took off running. So there's no way he would have stayed there either. So
I
Yeah.
know I wouldn't have hung around. I've watched way too many supernatural episodes, like just to remember that shit.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was important to show that one, though.
What's that? Oh, I think
thought
that was
very
brilliant. But again, like it's so true though about people like believing that. And that's what makes it so difficult, because it's almost like this one extreme to the other. They either fully believe it or they're completely in denial. And you're like,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no happy medium.
yeah. But I mean, I think that a lot of people watching are investigators, and we've all gotten the vacuum dust, photos, right? And this is my grandma. No, it's vacuum dust, sweetheart. It's like,
Yep, you're right. You're right. Or taking a picture of the sun with the little green dot at the
Oh,
bottom.
those are, yeah, I love those.
Oh my
I
God.
love those.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my
whatever,
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
No.
Okay, we're ready for another one.
All right. Oh, I keep forgetting that I've got to. There's a process to this.
Yes.
I
Yes.
keep forgetting the process. This one here, I wasn't. I'm just trying to think. It is, what is it called? The most clear image of a ghost ever captured. So this one I found kind of funny. All right, here we go. We're going to share this one here. All right.
I got to enlarge my screen here.
Midwest ghost hunter decided to explore an abandoned graveyard in Minnesota. The old graveyard used to be a part of a thriving town, but now it's just a ghost town. People visiting the cemetery report seeing an alarming amount of paranormal activity, and many locals tell investigators to stay away. And this YouTuber soon finds out why. He begins his investigation at what appears to be a smashed grave.
What happened? Is it vandalized?
What happened?
Okay, I just heard you.
Knowing that he is not alone, he continues his investigation to another tombstone.
Oh, whoa, whoa!
He decides to take pictures of the site in hopes of capturing some kind of ghostly figure. If you look closely at this image, you can see what appears to be 2 children. Do these 2 kids haunt the graveyard? YouTuber Midwest Ghost Hunter decided to.
Yeah. So, well, I wouldn't say that would be the most clear image ever of anything.
Well, I feel like it was, not. I think that was false advertisement. Most clear of what? No. So, all right, I have my opinion already. I'm going to let somebody else go first, though.
Well, I'll tell you something. So there we have a graveyard here in my city that is it was originally from like when they did have the plague, and there was a lot of children like early 1900s that did pass away. And I swear that image is like on some graves or something. Like it reminds me of like something that you would use as a tombstone. That's what it looked like to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. What does he say, Mario? Time to bring back
Mario.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with false advertising. I like what Trevor said.
False advertising was good.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing that I noticed is like the thing is I didn't even see it until they said what we were looking for, and then I could make it out. So my first thought was like, all right, well, if this isn't, if he didn't somehow do the double exposure type thing or whatever, all this is a simple thing of paranoia. So we were, I didn't notice until they said, "Oh, we're looking for children's faces." Oh, look, I can make out a children's face. I can, or something like that. So, yeah, I don't think it's paranormal at all. I don't think it was real at all. I think somebody's just, screwing around.
Well,
So,
like Dan said, he said it, like maybe a couple of
Cherub
cherub
statues.
statues. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it looks like. Is just a couple of cherub statues. I thought that also the figures resemble a tombstone. That was my first thought when I saw it, because although I do think that the tombstones here for children were little sheep, like little, like, you know what I mean, on top of the tombs. But for some reason those 2 cherubs those 2 pictures, or that picture reminded me of like a tombstone in some from somewhere, wherever. Yeah.
I agree. I didn't immediately see them either, Trevor. So that's when my mind went, okay, so now that it's been suggested that this is what they are, my brain is now making sense of. So
Yep.
I'm a great proponent of, like, hey, listen, if it immediately strikes me, that's something. But if you have to, grasp a little too hard, then perhaps, yeah.
100%. So,
Yeah.
But again, in the comments,
Yes.
there were people like, "Oh my God, I wonder how long ago they died. Those poor children were, somebody has to like exercise them and blah blah. And I was like, I don't know what to say on this. Like, you know. And it's one of those things that if you were even to comment on it and it go against some of these people, you know that you would be attacked you know what I mean? Because you're using common sense, and common sense is just not a thing this century. So you know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, Mario, they're dangerous. Like the YouTube comment section, they're dangerous. Like if you go against like the masses, oh my god, like they'll track you. They're like parasites. They come and track you down like a bunch of hyenas. Like they're
Just remember the M is silent.
Mhm.
This is so true. Okay, this one, I'm not sure who found this one, either you or me, Lynda. I can't remember, I think. It's the doll falls off the shelf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I found this really kind of interesting, actually. This was actually an interesting one.
Yeah.
So
I have a story about that.
oh, do you want to
do.
tell it after or before?
I can tell it after.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. That is interesting. One of the thing now, I'm not sure if it's real or not real, but one of the things I did find interesting is as the doll falls, you do see an orb fly away from it, which I found really interesting.
Yes.
Or a
Yes.
piece of dust that just got kicked up when it fell, you know.
Either way, exactly.
I do have a story about this because
Yeah.
this is actually from the YouTube of the place that I visited, actually, my haunted hotel
Okay.
in the UK. So this is from Ye Old King's Head Inn that I believe we talked about, or I talked about, where they rented out to paranormal investigators. There are quite a few rooms. This is one of the rooms where there's a lot of haunted dolls in there. They have cameras running 24/7, 365. And they do capture a lot of activity. And I myself was smacked in the head, if you recall, by
Right. Yeah.
that location. So I have been in that room, and I can attest to the fact that it's very creepy and that things do happen, and it is very active. So having said that, I will say that I do believe that that is pretty legit.
A legit piece of evidence. Yeah. I found it really interesting watching it because I was like, okay, the way that like it could be dust. Definitely. It could be dust. The only thing that would make me suspicious about it not being dust is simply because there's only one very direct orb that flies from it, as opposed to if something was to land and it was dusty, you would probably see several come up.
True.
You know, but that's my thinking, right?
Yeah. Logical, for sure.
Yeah, that, if it was to fall or something, you would probably see, and the bigger ones, like the big clear ones that you can see, you'd probably have some of those pop up too if it was quite dusty.
Yes.
Yeah, having not, I haven't been there, and just based off the video, I'm not ready to say, I can't really say one way or another. I think that it was the one thing that I kind of raised my eyebrow at was the initial movement of the doll, because the very first thing that on that doll that moves was the head. and it kind of jerks over to the side, and then the rest of the doll falls. So is it possible that somebody had a piece of fishing line or whatever and did a little yanky yank? Or, but again, I haven't been there. If that camera has been running now for days and days and days and nobody's been in there and things like that and everything is accounted for, then yeah, I've seen things fall. I mean, we know that things get moved. We know that things, fall down and stuff. And so it wasn't like outrageous, like, no, but it would be like, I'd like to look into this a little bit further, so it is interesting. And so I think it's highly plausible. So.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with you. And I don't believe at all that that location is rigged at all. And I really don't. I mean, I was there. I spoke with the owners. I spoke with everyone there. And it's absolutely legit. And things do get invited in. I think we had that discussion as well.
Mm-hmm.
However,
you just literally had a little orb fly back behind you.
Sorry, just now?
Yeah. That was so wild.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see, no, we would
I wasn't paying attention to it. I was watching her and not, I guess, the background. So some investigator I am.
Could be.
I just happened to, but as you were talking about that, I saw this little something just flew out at Lynda. That's exactly it. See, Mario saw it too. And Mario probably saw it at the same time because we actually are on a little bit of a delay. So it is a few seconds delayed. So me saying it didn't
affect him.
Him seeing that. Yeah. So yeah, that's so wild. So we just saw that. I don't know. You know what? It's the middle of winter here, Pamela. Like it is like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's probably like 100 feet of snow around you, Lynda. Pretty close.
There is 100 feet of snow and it's actually snowing outside.
Yeah.
We're going to go until July.
I haven't seen a bug in quite a few months.
No, I haven't either. Although, wait a minute. There is a bug.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Pamela was right.
Well, that bug definitely didn't survive the winter then.
No. Pamela got it nailed on. Nailed it. Good for you. Yay.
That was a bug and I got him. So there you go. A moth. I wonder where the heck that came from. We don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Do a quick EVP session and ask him. So.
There you go. Where you got me from. I have a suspicion where it came from, but that's another story. It's called children. Anyways.
And children. Yeah, way to go, Pamela. That was awesome.
Very well done.
Well, you know what? It just came in from the cold because we haven't seen a bug here for a while.
Safe in here.
Just imagine though, it had to be around when we're doing this episode, right?
Well, the funny thing is that it came out as you were literally talking about this hotel, right? And we had just seen that like orb or whatever, dust or who knows, bug that came out when that doll fell. So it was kind of wild how it like flew right, like literally right behind you.
That's funny. Although I have to admit, I have seen orbs in this room with my naked eye. So I know that it can be active. So yeah. So I wouldn't have been surprised.
Well, I thought that was pretty cool.
Great.
Way to go, Pamela. She
gets a gold star.
Huh?
Pamela gets a gold star.
Yes. She does. Yes.
Gold stars.
So okay, we've got a couple more here. So this one is, I can't remember what this one is. So yes. Okay. This one, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is a little bit interesting too. This is from TikTok. And I will play this one. Hang on, here we go.
The TV turns off.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this way.
Yeah, so I'll kind of put it back to here a little bit.
TV turned off.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I notice.
Mhm.
We're all like, "Why did the TV turn off?" And then that thing gets pulled.
Guys,
Okay.
this way.
So the one thing that makes me a little bit not saying that it's completely bull is their reaction, because that reaction felt very genuine with all of them. Like, you know what I mean? To like, and that's where I was like, everyone's reaction looked natural. Yeah, that's what I was feeling too. It was like, it seemed more, yeah. I mean, it's not to say that it's not real. I'm just saying that I felt, especially when the TV turned off, that one little girl actually turned around. She looked like it was a natural reaction to the TV turning off, not like, oh, what just happened? Like we see in some of these videos, right? And then when that thing moved, that mom got up. she was out of there pretty fast.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked contrived. I thought it looked pretty good, pretty genuine. But you know something? I don't know. I probably would have expected them to scream a little louder. Just me.
I don't, yes and no. I mean, I think it's one of those things, like, she reacted pretty quick.
She did.
You know what I mean? But like at the same time, I do feel that, I don't know, because sometimes you don't always scream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're in shock, sometimes you.
Yeah, there's a delayed reaction. I bet they were shaking after if it was real, but I don't know about the scream. Michael's asking, why was the camera running? But you could tell that it was one of those, like it was probably just one of those home security type of cameras. Like we actually have a DVR just like that actually records, or puts the marks where everybody is and what movement is happening, very motion center type of thing. Maybe it's just something that they have in their house. I don't know. That's the hard part, right? Is like, why do people put a camera anywhere in their house? But I mean, nowadays with kids, sometimes you have to, or
unless they've had something happen before and they put a camera up to kind of document whatever was happening. That could have been as well.
Yeah.
Well, if this is coming off of TikTok, then likely they've got several videos out and they've got a claim that their house is haunted. We see this a lot. I've got Nest cameras in my house. I have one in the living room, in the kitchen. I've got one on the upstairs. I've got one outside, and so I can check in, when I'm work, and, I can check on my dogs and I can check on my kids and things like that. But what those Nest cameras don't have are those motion deals on them, the little squares that pop up. Those are pretty specific. But I'm fully on this whole thing with stage side of it. This, I don't think that was legitimately paranormal at all. So
No.
I think, I could go downstairs and I could do that exact same thing right now. I could even make it so that nobody would even know that I had something tied to my string tied to this toy, and I could have the remote control and I could turn off the TV.
For sure.
And this is garbage.
So that would be the one thing that I would say is I wouldn't doubt if there was some sort of because we don't know if somebody was behind the scenes doing this even.
No, no, you can't see
Right?
it.
Like, we don't know that
it
for
was
sure.
it was pulled in the direction
Yeah.
that you can't see anything. Like the closest, it was very, yeah, to me, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, and I can't hear the sound for some reason. The sound doesn't come across on my thing. So I couldn't hear if they were screaming or not. But the one thing that I will say is like, when something crazy happens, I very rarely see anybody just get up and run.
Oh,
There's usually a pause, like that just happened, and then it sinks in, and then there's this little shock episode where it's like, and then they kind of back off, and they're like, oh my gosh. This one they all just kind of all at the same time just kind of in and go. I think it was staged. So.
The little girl, the one that was playing with the toys, she did have a delay to her. She went
Okay.
when the mom went.
she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she didn't move up until like when she saw her mom freak out, that's when she freaked out.
Yeah. I don't know. This one, 50.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Like it's hard to say. Like, it very well could be that somebody did it without knowledge to them either,
Yeah.
We don't know.
We-
But yeah, it was definitely one of those interesting ones.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It is a good one. Yeah, I liked it. Okay. I think this is the last one. Let's just see what we got here. So funny how you find these things and then you kind of forget what's going on. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to expand the screen, but I think this is at a restaurant. I'm pretty sure, and so this was. How do you expand the screen? Can you not do that? Oh well, whatever. You guys can put up with it, I guess. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go.
What's tripping? Who is that? Nah, man. Nah, bro. What the
Seeing no one else around, it makes no sense for this to have appeared. To the worker, this had to be the thing, or perhaps the hand that touched his shoulder. The quality of the footage makes it hard to tell, but there's no denying that something appears close to his neck before it goes away. Whatever it was, he felt it. Now, the employees who've seen this cannot figure out what this was. Cameron, who shared this video, thinks there's no other explanation except for the restaurant being haunted. There have been more than a few times where something unexplainable occurred here, but despite these two videos and all the others, it's the following footage he shares that I think is perhaps the freakiest.
bro?
Okay, so
What's tripping?
what are your thoughts? We're all so quiet.
No, I don't know. Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Like the locker flying open, that's, I mean, you can recreate that real easy. Again, it's moving in a direction that is away from the camera that out of
Yeah, you
sight
don't know if
of the
somebody's
camera and
there.
stuff like that. And we know there's other people in there, right?
Yeah.
Out of sight. The shadow on the shoulder I thought was more interesting than like the locker, because first I'm like, okay, well, there's that space there by the fridge, maybe somebody's hiding back there, but there was no, it didn't really fit with like natural movement of a person. It was kind of there, and then it was just all of a sudden gone. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm 50-50.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I agree with you. You can recreate the locker opening up. That's
Yeah.
not an issue.
Easily.
But agreed. The other was hard to dismiss.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, 50-50. Oh no, the finding it. Yeah, right. True, Mario. True. I don't know. I think it's 50-50 as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I think in this case, I feel like we'd have to dismiss the locker because
Yeah.
there's absolutely no way to, the thing on the shoulder makes me a little bit more suspicious for sure.
Yes.
Because that just sort of came out of like literally no, and you could see the guy's reaction again, more of a legit reaction. He kind of
Yeah.
did that whole like,
Yeah.
kind of energy. And I remember, for what I don't know why, but watching that video reminded me of a salon it wasn't a salon. I used to work for like a warehouse or a wholesale distributor for beauty products. Okay.
Right.
And we used to go in, and I tell you, we had some of the most bizarre shit going on at that place. And you'd be by yourself in the store, and you would hear this, like, I don't know how to describe it. It would be like not quite a ping, but like a plastic sounding pop, let's just say. And so you would you'd go and look, and you're like, what the hell was that? Because you're alone, like you're absolutely alone in the store. And there would be a shampoo bottle with the top off on the floor. The shampoo would be on the shelf, but the lid would have unscrewed somehow and on the floor.
Okay, that's freaky.
Oh yeah, right? Or you'd be in the store and you're working, and you think that sometimes you were just, it wasn't so much that you were so busy, but your mind was always going, and because you had so much to do. And I remember one day I was working, and I heard, and I thought it was my coworker, and I had been writing, and I was, doing like inventory and counting shit and whatever. And I was like, Karen, can you hand me this? Blah, blah. And I was like, the fuck? She was not there. And like just a minute or two later, she walked in the door, and she had just gone across the street for coffees. And I was like, okay, this is fun. This is
Fun.
But it was interesting because it was right around the time where my son was really starting to see things. He hated coming to the store.
I bet.
He hated it.
I bet.
He would be like right beside me, just like this. He was not leaving my side when he did come to visit. You know what I mean? Or when, if I'd bring him into the store, if I ran in quickly, like if, on my day off or whatever, he wanted nothing to do with the store. When are we leaving? And he'd see him like watching, just be like big eyes. Like, can we go now? Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, crazy. So that video reminded me of that. It was really interesting. But
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Some of them were really great. Those were really great.
they were good. Hey, I thought
That's
that they
very
were
good.
really good. Yeah. Well, I mean, that picture, Trevor,
That's a cool
That's
pick.
awesome.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm still blown away by that. That's the second time I've been surprised by a photo, where I was like, no, there's no way. And then actually it's, and this is a good time to do this. I need to recant something I mentioned last week. I made an error in my reporting, and I would like to sincerely apologize because I had reported that we would talk about the tunnels underneath this building in Montana, and we were talking about how we were wondering if there were wooden sidewalks around the
right.
hotel
Yes. Yeah.
prior, and that I had said that my team member Jen had done some research and found a photo that showed that they were all cement. I was corrected during my team meeting. It was not, in fact, Jen, but my team member Melanie. So, Melanie, me to you, I sincerely apologize. I'm giving credit where credit is due. Melanie found the photo, not Jen.
Okay.
Jen doesn't get any credit.
Got it.
Just me.
Well, either way, you know what? As a team, I'm sure that we all, you know what I mean? We all do our due diligence
That's
we
right.
can.
So
Yeah. So hey guys,
I told her I'd do that tonight. I was like, I will make a public apology and I will recant. I'm sorry. So I did.
Well done.
No, you know what? You know what? It makes a difference, right? Like when we can
Mhm.
acknowledge you know, our team members, I think that
It's
definitely
important. It is important.
is.
So,
Absolutely. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. We truly appreciate you guys being here and joining us tonight, and thank you so much again. Again, please make sure that you click like, subscribe to our channel, share our channel. We'd really appreciate that. And you know, just if you guys find an interesting video, send it to us. Okay, send it to us on our Paranormally Speaking page. Send it you know, to any of our Facebook pages, whatever. Our email is Paranormally Speaking Show. I have email it.
something. Yeah, just send it somewhere.
Oh, what was I doing? Paranormally Speaking 2. So the number 2 at gmail.com. So I will post that. Just give me a second here.
I think we also have a Facebook page.
Yes.
So you can post it there. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
And yeah, just send us you know, send it to us, send us an email if you have an idea for a show, or if you would like to be a guest on our show. Let us know, please, please, please. And you guys have an amazing night. Take care, everybody, and we wish you the best. See you next time.